Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy Cam back in with another video, man. Today we finna talk about the Lakers pulling off that win last night, man. And they only faced the Grizzlies in the first round of the playoffs. Man, last night was a crazy game, man. Crazy game for play-in. Grinded out game, defensive game from the Timberwolves and the Lakers. It just had to give Lakers credit for, pulling out the win, man. They did it. They fought hard. They stayed in the game, even when things weren't going their way. In the first half, staying poised. You really, when you look at when you watch the game, man, the Timberwolves, they were hot in the first half, man. They were steaming hot in the first half. Karl Anthony Towns was going crazy. Torian Prince. Ant-Man had a really bad game last night. I did not expect that from Ant-Man. Ant-Man is one of the rising stars, young rising stars. And for him to have that type of performance, it was just not expected from me. Because I expect Ant-Man to, rise to the occasion. But last night, he just really had a bad game. But I will say, on the defensive end, he was really good on the defensive end. I'll say that. That's the thing about Ant-Man. Ant-Man played both ends of the ball. He played both ends. And you have to love that from a dude. I do think Ant-Man will get better as he get older, this is just his third or fourth year in the league, I want to say. And he's already an all-star. He improves his game every year, so I expect him to get better and play better because he is the Timberwolves' future, and I do feel like they can build around him. But Ant-Man, he just gotta play better. I do think he need to work a little bit more on his offensive game, cause he's limited. When he's not knocking down the three, he settles a lot for the 3-point shot. And I think you'd think a dude that's that athletic will just be attacking the defense. Almost every play. But I expect him to get better. But anyways, you just have to give credit to the Lakers, man. The Lakers in that second half. Dennis Schroeder he was big time for them, man. He was big time on both ends. In Dennis Schroeder, the last few years he's been off and on, really. Especially the last time the Lakers made the finals. Not the finals, but the playoffs. When they played the Suns, and he scored a goose egg, 0 points. That was a horrible game by Dennis Schroeder, man. That was a horrible game, and he had a horrible series. But the last few this season, really, if you watch some of their games, Dennis Schroeder has been the reason why they won some of these games. With him picking up dudes 94 feet, that we don't talk about that a lot. With Dennis Schroeder, we talk about him as being a scoring punch off the bench, but The dude plays defense. He plays defense, really good defense. You know, for to be a smaller guard. But yeah, man, you had to give the Lakers credit. I know AD had a big game to me as far as on the defensive end and grabbing all those rebounds. And he didn't really do like play like dominant as he was supposed to be. He didn't really dominate the game as far as on the scoring, but like everything else, I think Anthony Davis, pretty much made up for. And that was on the defensive end, getting his rebounds, And in the second half, he did play a lot better in the second half as far as on the offensive end. And I just like the way he played. And also, man, LeBron, I didn't really like the way LeBron played last night. I'm not gonna lie. Even though he had 30, LeBron gonna get his 30 in his sleep. He gonna get 30 in his sleep. That's just who LeBron is. LeBron is one of the best players to ever play the game. We all know that. But I didn't like the way LeBron was playing last night. I think LeBron was settling in a lot, from the three-point line, even though some of those shots he was making. And he didn't really play like, he didn't really get his points like through the flow of the game. And we don't usually talk about that with LeBron James, particularly this season. That's why when he do have those 30-point games, some of those games they've been losing. But this game, I just think the Lakers defense, really the Lakers defense made up for all their problems. Everything that LeBron was doing. So LeBron, he played good, but he, you watched the game. It wasn't really like, it was like, LeBron, he didn't have no he had impact, but it wasn't that usual the impact we usually see from LeBron James. If that makes sense. But overall, man, the Lakers just they played a good defensive game. It was a good defensive game all game, from the Timberwolves and the Lakers. And I just like the way the Lakers was able to pull it out and to grind it out win, man, and play against the Memphis Grizzlies, And we'll see what happened in that series. I got Memphis in 6. Memphis is going to probably win that in 6 games. The reason I say that is because they ain't got nobody to stop Chapman. I mean, I know I said Schroeder was playing good defense last night, but I don't think he's going to be able to slow down Ja Morant. Ja Morant is a different animal. He's athletic, one of the most athletic guards in the league. Improved a little on his jump shot. He could be better from that, but improved a little from his jump shot. And they got Desmond Bain, shooters like Desmond Baines, Luke Kennard, and all those guys who can go off of 20 to 30 points on any given night. And they also got JJJ, Triple J. If he's not in foul trouble, Triple J, can be having a real impact on this Memphis team, and I think he will. For the simple fact, because he has improved a lot on his offensive game this season, and that's what people is not talking. A lot of people talk about his shot blocking, but I think his offensive game, he's really improved on his offensive game, especially from last year. And It's gonna be a good series. It's gonna be a good series. I'll say if the Lakers, like I said, the Lakers, if AD can somehow go down low and they put Triple J in foul trouble, that they'll have a chance to win the series for the simple fact because the Memphis Grizzlies are Memphis are I said Memphis Memphis Grizzlies are missing Steven Adams, and he plays a big part, in their rim protection. And yeah, if the Lakers can do that, they'll probably have a chance to win. But the question is who's going to stop Ja, and, especially in the fourth quarter, because we all know Ja can really close in the fourth quarter. He's a good closer. He's a great closer in the fourth. And also Desmond Bain when he's in his shots. And they also have multiple guys that throw on LeBron James. As far as on the defensive end, and AD as well. Even though the Memphis Grizzlies are under a little bit undermanned with Adams and Clark out, they still got Xavier Tillman, who I like for that team. Triple J. They got a Roddy, who's been big. They got a bunch of guys, under the radar guys. I can't pronounce this guy's name, but he's like a player that's from overseas, Sada Adama or something like that. He can play on both ends as well. Yeah. But it is the playoffs. It is a different atmosphere than the regular season. But I expect the Memphis Grizzlies to win in 6, just because the way the Lakers have been this season, inconsistent at times, and the Memphis Grizzlies has actually been consistent this whole season, and they play real good defense. So that let alone can win you a playoff series. But we'll see what happens, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe. Tell me what y'all think under the comments about this Lakers and Grizzlies matchup. It's gonna be probably I'm gonna say probably one of the highest viewed playoff series as far as in the first round. And man, we should see. And it's smoke there too with these two teams. It's smoke. LeBron is coming to play, man. Jai, all those guys, man. Dillon Brooks ain't gonna back down. He ain't no slouch, even though he be doing too much at sometimes. But man, it should be a good series, y'all. Man, tell me what y'all think, man. Memphis Grizzlies versus LA, the LA Lakers. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe. I'm out.